They told you Lucifer was the devil, the fallen angel who dared to challenge God and was cast into eternal fire. But what if everything you've been told was a carefully woven illusion? What if the word Lucifer, the name that echoes through centuries of fear, was never meant to describe evil at all? What if Lucifer was once a name of light, of beauty, and even of Christ himself? Tonight, we descend into the shadows of language, theology, and time to uncover what the church never told you, the true origin of Lucifer. For over 1,600 years, humanity has spoken the name Lucifer as if it were a curse, a name that conjures rebellion, arrogance, and damnation. Yet in the oldest texts of Scripture, there is no fallen angel called Lucifer. There is no war in heaven led by that name. What exists is a Latin word, Lucifer, to bring light. It was not born in the fires of hell, but in the poetry of dawn. So how did the bringer of light become the prince of darkness? Let's return to the beginning, to a single verse, and a translation that changed the world forever. The origin of the name Lucifer lies within one verse in the book of Isaiah, 14:12. How you have fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning. But here's the truth, Isaiah didn't write Lucifer. The original Hebrew says Hallel ben Shakar, meaning shining one, son of the dawn. The prophet was mocking the king of Babylon, a man who rose too high in pride and fell in disgrace. But when Saint Jerome translated the Hebrew text into Latin in the 4th century, he used the word Lucifer to describe this morning star. He never intended it as a name for Satan. Yet, that one linguistic choice became the seed of a story that would define evil for centuries. The Latin Lucifer comes from two words, lux, light, and fere, to carry, literally, the bringer of light. To the ancient Romans, Lucifer wasn't a demon, it was the planet Venus, the morning star that shines brightly just before dawn, a symbol of hope, a herald of a new day. In early Christian texts, this same symbol appeared again, but this time it referred to Christ himself. In the Latin Vulgate, 2 Peter 1:19 reads, "Until the day dawns and the morning star Lucifer rises in your hearts." The same word used for Jesus. So how could the same name describe both the Messiah and the devil? The answer lies not in Scripture, but in the slow erosion of meaning. As words changed, interpretations deepened, and fear replaced understanding. The light-bearer became a warning, and the truth, hidden in plain sight, was buried under centuries of mistranslation. As Christianity spread, the need to explain the existence of evil grew stronger. Church fathers like Augustine, Origen, and later Thomas Aquinas began to weave together verses from Isaiah, Ezekiel, and Revelation, from Isaiah's fallen king, to Ezekiel's lament for the prince of Tyre, to Revelation's dragon cast down from heaven. 3 separate stories from different times and purposes merged into one. The story of a magnificent angel who defied God, fell in pride, and became Satan. But this angel never existed in the Hebrew Scriptures. He was born in the imagination of theologians, built from fragments stitched together by fear and symbolism. And as that legend spread, Lucifer, once a name of light, became the ultimate symbol of rebellion. There's a haunting irony in the word Lucifer. In its truest form, it means enlightenment, illumination, the very act of awakening. But when the church redefined it as the name of Satan, light itself became forbidden. The bringer of light became the enemy of God. And so, the duality was born. Light became danger, knowledge became sin. Humanity was taught to fear what it could understand, but in older pre-Christian traditions the morning star was sacred, a symbol of transformation. It rises before dawn, disappears in daylight, and returns at dusk. Just as the soul descends into darkness, only to rise again. Could it be that the story of Lucifer was never about an angel's pride, but about the cycle of spiritual awakening, the fall into self and the return to light? Isaiah 14 was never meant to describe a cosmic war. The prophet's words were directed at Babylon, a nation whose king claimed divine power and believed himself above all others. Isaiah mocked him, saying, "You said in your heart, 'I will ascend to heaven. I will make myself like the Most High.'" It was political satire, not celestial history. Yet over centuries, theologians began to interpret this passage symbolically, connecting it to the devil's supposed fall. And with that single assumption, a verse meant to humble kings became the foundation of an entire theology of evil. The image of Lucifer as the beautiful rebel angel began to crystallize during the Middle Ages. Poets, artists, and philosophers brought him to life. Dante gave him frozen wings in Inferno. Milton, in Paradise Lost, made him tragic, a being of light who chose freedom over servitude. "Better to reign in hell," he said, "than serve in heaven." That single line humanized him, turning Lucifer from a monster into a reflection of man's own defiance. Yet what began as art became doctrine. The story of the fallen angel was now treated as divine truth. Humanity forgot that Milton was a poet, not a prophet. Through the centuries, the Church had countless opportunities to clarify the misunderstanding. But silence served its purpose. The myth of Lucifer became a powerful tool, a warning against questioning authority. Those who sought knowledge, light, were branded as followers of the light-bearer. Scholars, mystics, and thinkers who sought truth beyond dogma were labeled heretics. The message was clear: to question is to fall, to seek light is to rebel. And thus, Lucifer became not just a fallen angel, but the symbol of forbidden enlightenment. Peel away the fear, and what remains is a profound metaphor. Lucifer, the bringer of light, represents the human soul before its fall into matter, before it became trapped in ego and separation. The fall isn't about disobedience, it's about descent from the divine to the human, from unity to individuality. Every soul in its journey mirrors that fall, only to rediscover the light it once carried. The myth of Lucifer is not about evil, it's about the price of freedom and the promise of redemption. Nowhere in Scripture is Satan called Lucifer. The Bible uses many names: the serpent, the tempter, the accuser. But Lucifer is never one of them. The association arose only through centuries of theological interpretation. The Hebrew texts describe the adversary, Satan, as a tester, not a ruler of hell. He appears in the book of Job not as an enemy of God, but as a servant fulfilling divine purpose. Over time, this complex figure was merged with Greek notions of evil and rebellion, until a single face was created for everything humanity feared: Lucifer. Perhaps Lucifer's fall was never a punishment, but a metaphor for consciousness descending into the physical world. Light entering matter, spirit becoming flesh. In every soul, the same story unfolds. We fall, we forget, we struggle in darkness, until we remember who we truly are, bearers of light. That is the hidden message behind the myth. Lucifer is not the destroyer of light. He is the symbol of its journey. If this story opened your eyes, share this video and let others discover what has been hidden for centuries. Comment below. Do you believe Lucifer was truly evil or a misunderstood symbol of enlightenment? Let your thoughts be part of this awakening. For thousands of years, the truth about Lucifer has been shrouded in fear, but maybe the light was never gone, only renamed. Remember, even the morning star must fall before it can rise again. The bringer of light still lives within you, waiting for the courage to shine. Because sometimes what we call the devil is simply light misunderstood.